You check the expiration date on food without thinking. But here's the uncomfortable question. When was the last time you checked the expiration date on the ideas running your life? Because most people are following a financial playbook designed for a world that no longer exists. And when outdated ideas meet a changing system, the result isn't security, it's slow failure. Stay with me. By the end of this video, you'll understand why safety has an expiration date and what replaces it. We were taught a simple formula. Study hard, get a job, save money, avoid debt, retire peacefully. That formula once worked. But the environment changed. Money is no longer a stable container of value. Jobs are no longer long-term contracts. And saving, by itself, no longer protects purchasing power. Here's the mental trap. People confuse familiar with safe. But familiarity doesn't stop systems from changing. Reality check. When the rules change, stability becomes a ceiling, not a shield. Let's simplify this. Savings are stored effort, time, energy, attention. In a closed system, stored effort keeps its value. But we don't live in a closed system. When new currency can be created instantly, stored money is diluted. Not stolen, diluted. Metaphor: imagine earning a gallon of concentrated juice. Then imagine water being added endlessly. The volume increases. The flavor disappears. If you stand still while the shoreline moves, you're not being cautious. You're drowning slowly. Retention reset. If saving feels harder than it used to, it's not you. It's the system. Inside every person are three internal decision makers. They're not classes. They're mindsets. 1. The preserver, focused on avoiding loss. Every dollar is a shield. Ironically, by hiding from risk, the preserver locks themselves into fragility. 2. The stabilizer wants predictability, trades time for comfort, relies on external systems they don't control. When those systems shake, so does their identity. 3. The architect understands money as a tool, focuses on systems, not paychecks. The architect asks one question repeatedly: how can this work without me? This isn't arrogance, it's adaptation. Let's be clear, this is not an attack on people with jobs. Jobs solve short-term problems, but dependency creates long-term risk. A paycheck feels safe because it's consistent, but the consistency controlled by someone else is not security, it's permission. When technology, automation, or cost-cutting finds a cheaper option, permission gets revoked. Retention reset. If your income requires approval, it's temporary even if it lasts years. We're taught one sentence: debt is bad. That sentence is incomplete. There are two kinds of debt: consumptive debt, tomorrow's effort paying for today's lifestyle. This creates pressure. Strategic debt, borrowed currency used to control productive assets. This creates leverage. One pulls you down, the other lifts systems. Governments reward the second type because it moves the economy, not morally, mechanically. The question isn't whether debt exists. The question is who it's working for. Information now updates faster than institutions. By the time most formal education is completed, parts of it are already outdated. Schools train rule followers. Systems reward problem solvers. Mistakes are punished in classrooms, but mistakes are the data source in real markets. If you fear failure, you fear learning. And if you fear learning, you outsource control. There are two economies: the external economy, headlines, rates, recessions, and your internal economy, skills, judgment, adaptability. One is uncontrollable, the other compounds. People with weak internal systems panic in downturns. People with strong ones reposition. Same storm, different architecture. This conversation isn't about rejecting work. It's about upgrading thinking. Safety isn't found in guarantees. It's found in capability. The future belongs to those who build systems, solve problems, stay adaptive. Not because they're fearless, but because they're prepared. Will you keep protecting ideas that no longer protect you? Or will you design something stronger? If this challenged how you think, stay here. The next breakdown goes deeper into leverage, systems, and building resilience in unstable environments.